Welcome to another episode of Growing with Ilona. Welcome back, Ilona.
Hello, thank you.
Hello. I am Nikki Check, your hostess. Can I be a hostess with the mostest? Okay. I'm just full of funnies today. So you are joining us today. We're gonna do a couple things. One, we're gonna crunch the numbers, and I can't wait to have your input on numbers. And then we're gonna pepper, no pun intended, Ilona with a whole bunch of questions on myth busting. So, what are we, week 3 or 4?
It's 4.
Okay, we're week 4. So, if you've been following along, we have a tower planted. We have great production. We have some that are thinking of coming out, and we may choose to replant a couple, but all is well in the tower garden. Yeah. Okay. So as we're preparing for the show today, I love math. I sit on airplanes and I'm counting how many seats are in the air that are filled, occupied on the plane. I'm counting stewardess. I'm trying to figure out what the cost of airline fuel is, and I'm trying to figure out based on the rate of my seat if this is a financially positive flight or if there's financial loss in this flight. So it's a hobby. I love it as I'm sitting preparing. So you took a test this morning. What was your test?
I did a personality test, and it was funny because Nikki said, let's talk numbers. She was all excited, and I'm like, God, I don't know about numbers. We all have our strengths, and numbers is not mine. So when she said that, I said, good, I can just leave here, and you got this show. So I'm actually an otter, which means I love being with people. I love going to a party and lighting up the room and having connections with people. Numbers, analytical, not my top personality trait.
So for the number loving people out there, I'm just going to give you a quick skate across the pond and share some information with you. So Ilona has given me details about this tower. She's taking me on this learning journey. Thank you so much. I tend to be a little obsessive in something. When I get into something, I get all in. I don't just tiptoe. I'm dive in, head first, dive in. So one of the things that I've been noticing as I'm working with Ilona is she's giving me numbers of the tower. And again, I mean, this is my journey through growing, and I'm loving it. I think it's not cost prohibitive. In fact, I think it's very cost benefit. It's a cost benefit to family, especially when we look at some costs of what it is to get things. So that was my exercise I did this morning. So I open up ChatGPT and I asked 4 questions, and I did not alter any of these answers. So my first question I ask is, how much food can I harvest from a 5-foot aeroponics tower? So first off, I'm going to say the data that it's given me is based on 40
plants.
40 plants. And we don't have 40 plants in here. We have 32. So I'm off a smidge. But even take 25% off, you're gonna pick up what I'm putting down. So I ask it, how much food can I harvest? The results that it's given me is, again, based off 40 spots, is 30 pounds of leafy greens per week. So again, that's once we're at harvest. Takes us a while to get to harvest. Not long, but it takes us a while. Yeah. We have 7.5 pounds of herbs that we're able to harvest, and 3.75 pounds of fruit bearing. And fruit bearing is our
tomatoes, cucumbers,
peppers. Okay. So it's telling me in ChatGPT that we can expect to harvest around 41 pounds. And I think, oh my gosh, 41 pounds, that's a lot. So then I ask it, how much would it cost in Kelowna, British Columbia to buy 30 pounds of leafy greens, 7.5 pounds of herbs, and 3.75 pounds of fruit-bearing plants? And it's search the internet for prices today. We know the cost of goods is crazy right now. And so I challenge the audience to challenge me on this. I haven't proved it out. I haven't gone to the grocery store to prove it, but I feel pretty confident with these numbers. So it's come and told me that the poundage for the leaf greens is about $105 for the week. The herbs about $150, and they are
Yeah.
expensive by the time you dry them and do your things with them. And fruit bearing plants is $15. So the total cost for the week is $270 for that much food. So then I ask it, I have another thought, and I'm like, okay, so if I grow all of that poundage that I talked about, this one is around modeling. And I think you do it so well, Ilona, for your children and those in your sphere. If I have this readily available, so I'll read the question. If I grow XXX pounds of all these things weekly and it is readily available, how much more likely am I or my family to eat healthy and make healthier meals? So I was curious, if we have it, are we going to use it? Fascinating data came back to me. Increased access to fresh produce. Accessibility removes barriers. Higher nutrient intake is the nutritional benefit, and that's something I want you to talk about the nutrients. Behavioral impact. So availability of fruits and vegetables is associated with higher consumption of these foods. So again, if it's there, if it's accessible, you're going to do it. And that's that behavior. And I can see it. So if my tower's full, and my tower's in my kitchen, if my tower's full and I'm sitting in the kitchen, I go, what are we going to make for dinner tonight? I think
It's gonna be there to make a salad and
Go
add it
get
to
it.
your omelets and add it to your pasta and add it to your wraps and your sandwiches and your
Love it.
hamburgers and because
Love
right
it.
now it's hamburger season, right?
Yes.
So if we were near this tower, we could
We
add
would
so
grab
many
our
great things
lettuces.
instead of just cheese, ketchup, mustard, pickles. Like
Love
we would
it.
have so many things to add.
I won't go on in great detail, but there's psychological and social benefits. There's economic benefits, and that's what we're talking about, and practicality around it. So then my last question I asked, because I was curious, again, family of 4, how many towers would I need to feed a family of 4?
Yep.
And interestingly enough, the tower has I want to maybe call it space challenges in meeting the needs of a family of 4, especially around our fruit bearing. So it came back and said, okay, so based on all of these harvesting per week, the recommended daily intakes, and please, I am not a doctor, go talk to your doctor or your nutritionist. It's telling me that based on the 5-foot tower, 40 spaces, not 32, I need 4 towers. So I need, it's telling me that I need 1 tower for my leafy greens, 1 tower for my herbs, and then I need 2 for my fruits. So my tomatoes, cucumbers. So here we are at the end of my long speech. What that works out to mathematically is if I follow your lead and my towers are around $1,600 each, my first tower comes with the nutrients and the pH up, down, all that
Seeds,
stuff, my
everything.
testing, my seed, everything. My cost for my 4 towers would be, my initial outlay would be $6,400. When I did my calculation of my harvesting on what it was harvesting and the costs associated that, it was $270 a week if I were to go out to said grocery stores in Kelowna to fill this many poundage. That's $14,000. So
Wow.
I think it's the numbers crunch, and I think we're pro. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit excited about towers. I'm pro towers.
Yes.
So there you go. That's. Can I do a Johnny Carson? That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so now over to you. I want to slide into myth busting. because there is some incorrect information out there about these towers. So myth number 1, aeroponics is too complicated for beginners.
Okay, I love this one because even kids can start up a tower garden.
This.
So, you know, when kids in schools can set it up, you can all do it, I promise. And it does come with instructions. I meant to say that because last week you were saying you're kind of a wild child and you just plug it in and it, you know, and that's true. But for those of you who do like instructions, it comes with full instruction. Nothing like IKEA, way better. Tells you exactly what to do. And you just follow it along. But it is very, very simple. And
we're week 3, and I think we've not done much of anything.
We haven't done anything. And I also forgot to say, we have a huge tower gardening community on Facebook. So you never feel like you're alone. It's not a project you start on your own and you're the first one. There are thousands of people all over the world growing with these towers. So if you ever have any questions, you just type it in the search bar, right? Trimming your tomato plants. It'll all be there, people. We'll show you videos, somebody that's asked the question before. So there's a community around it. So it's not a, you get this and then we just, you know, we let you deal with it. I'm always here for help. Our website, the Facebook group, and then also the instructions that it comes with. But it's very simple.
But Ilona, birds of a feather. I didn't even know this Facebook community existed. So yay, you're my go-to. So okay. So myth number 2, aeroponics systems are expensive to set up and maintain. And I think we
are proving that. We are proving that again. Yes.
And you came in and showed me setup was, what did we use? A screwdriver? No, we didn't. You used
I
your
just
fingers.
Use my fingers.
Okay, yeah.
No tools
This
needed.
is really easy. Okay. Myth 3, plants grown in aeroponics are less healthy than those grown in soil.
I don't know why people would say that, but even if we just, I mean, people say weird things, but you think about our soils nowadays.
Okay.
And, you know, and the things that are being sprayed throughout farms that do end up on our crops and in the soil. So we can eliminate all that by bringing it indoors.
Okay.
And we are only using the nutrients that are in here, which I think is another one. And even the air quality in here is better than out there, right? And we don't have to worry about the fires. We don't have to worry about rain. We don't have to worry about too much rain.
Big swings in temperature.
Yes, we keep it the same so that we can move along on that. Gone.
Busted.
Yes.
Number 4, aeroponics uses more water than traditional farming.
Not true. This has about 13 gallons of water.
Okay.
And we haven't touched it in 3 weeks.
We have not.
So if you think about a garden, if you planted 32 plants, you know, in your garden, you would be out there, 2 to 3 times a day in this heat. They would die.
Yeah.
So we have not touched this. Yeah. Done.
Aeroponics is only suitable for small scale or hobby gardening.
Okay. Also a myth. We have tower garden farms all over the world that have up to 100 towers connected. So there's tower garden farms, but what I love about the tower garden is you can put it into a condo or a suite or even a spare bedroom. Somebody even told me they opened up their closet, they took out the hangers, they just shoved it in their closet because it was just extra wasted space.
Interesting.
Right? So you can fit it anywhere, but even on a bigger production scale, you can have a community garden at a church, at, you know, food banks, schools, you could put more than one.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And they also connect, so it's automated as well.
That's interesting.
So you're only filling up one big tub that then is connected to all the towers as well when you get beyond 10 towers. So it's fully automated.
My chat GPT says I only need 4. Okay, but
there you go.
I get to 10.
If you get more, yes.
6, only certain plants can be grown aeroponically.
Yes. But the only thing you can't grow are root vegetables. Everything else is a go. So that's only a few things like carrots, potatoes, onions, and garlic. Those have to go into the ground.
Yeah.
I've seen someone actually grow a beet on here.
I think I saw it
and like kohlrabi. I'm like, what is going on? But definitely not carrots and potatoes and garlic because they have to go deep into the earth.
What about squash?
You can do squash because it grows above ground.
I need a squash.
Yes.
Okay. 7, aeroponic systems are prone to frequent failures. So you've been doing this for how many years?
9. I've been with the company for almost 10 years and I got my first tower just under 9 years ago and I have not had any issues at all. Nothing. Even the pump. still works and it's 9 years old.
Okay.
And that's something that could be replaced. It's very, very inexpensive, but
No
I haven't had
failures.
to. No.
8, and we only have 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Aeroponics is not environmentally friendly.
Well, we just talked about water consumption, right?
Yep.
Way less water, and we're recycling the water over and over. So way better for water. Carbon footprint. We're not driving to the grocery store or who knows where to pick up our food.
Yeah.
It's grown right in our living room.
And no need for pesticides.
No
We're not
need.
spraying
We're not
anything.
spraying anything. No.
Okay, so no, it is absolutely environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Okay. 9, the nutrient solution used in aeroponics are harmful chemicals.
Well, they are not harmful chemicals. It is
They're not chemicals.
no
right?
chemicals at all. They're actually called nutrients. There's nutrient A and B, and when you add those two together, it gives them the proper minerals to grow, just like as if they're in soil. But what they did is they went right into the earth to get the minerals from deep down within the earth.
Okay.
So there's no like contamination up at the top. It's way down below, and then I didn't create it, so I don't exactly know, but there's definitely on the back, it tells you what is exactly
what the
you know,
nutrients
what
are.
it's made up
And you
of.
can do
Yeah.
some research.
Yes.
Okay. Aeroponics 10. Aeroponics systems require a lot of electricity.
Not true. We're only using 4 LED lights,
LED.
to
Low.
grow 32 plants. And I've heard on average it's about $6 a month per tower.
Okay.
So you wouldn't even notice. If you have teenagers, forget about it. They leave all the lights on and TVs, and that's something more to worry about than your tower.
Definitely.
Garden. Yep.
Definitely. I can't see number 11, but by what it's telling me, it's possibly that the food grown in the aeroponics tower is absent of or doesn't have the flavor that a soil grown plant would have.
Not true. And I do challenge you, if you want to get a tower and plant the same seed in soil, plant it in your tower, see how fast it grows, see how much you can harvest off of it,
Yeah.
see how many bugs ate yours in the soil before you actually got to it, and then to taste it. It actually is way more nutrient dense. Because
Amazing.
it grows 3 times faster and it's getting all the proper nutrients in air and water.
Yeah, I'm totally biased. I really like the tower. Okay, last question. Aeroponics can't be used in regions with poor water quality.
I mean, I was just using the example of Mexico. A lot of my friends packed these up when they moved and they brought them to Mexico. And you think, well, why Mexico? It's always hot there. They can grow food. But their water, as we know, you're not supposed to drink it from the tap. So they do deliver big jugs of water and people buy their water there. So we can just dump that into here and keep growing, no problem at all. And they just grow it on their decks, patios. We pop the lights off and they just keep it outside, and the heat, the sunshine takes care of it.
Amazing.
Yes.
Ilona, I love these towers. I'm loving this journey with you. It's so exciting. I hope it encourages other people to pursue this. Didn't know there was a community. You're my community of vertical tower growing, and I just hope others will join us along this way.
Me too. And the challenge is to get one into your businesses
or your homes.
Or your home.
Reach out to Ilona when this is published, and she'll be happy to get you information. We're trying to be very transparent, and we hope you will join us in the growing journey.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks.